Hello, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Culture Shock, the show reminding you that the woke mob kind of reminds me of the Jeepers Creepers monster. Every 23 years, it awakes and wants to cancel shit and suck the life out of society, but it's been more than 23 days. Why aren't y'all back to sleep? For the love of God, go back to sleep. You're just ruining everything. What's up, guys? I'm Wilatheroicstudios, and I'm bringing you guys yet another Culture Shock episode. And this time, I did one in the past about these two, and for some reason it blew up. So now they're at it again on Twitter earlier today. I'm talking about none other than Cardi B and Candace Owens. But what are they fighting about now? Now, these two women are very different when it comes to values and just an overall, I guess they're just completely different people. But for some reason, these two love going at it. Now, I'm not a fan of Cardi B. I love Candace Owens for what she is and what she's doing. I don't know who Cardi B is. I really don't care much for her. All I know is she made a song about wet ass pussy, and for somehow that hit the #1 chart. And under the guise of it's supposed to empower women, empower them to do what? I really don't understand what that's supposed to do. I can't get it in my head. Female empowerment. Yeah, let's talk about our female genitalia and how wet it is. It's very unappealing, if you ask me. So anyways, if you watch the Grammys, and that's a big if, because I don't think anyone watches the Grammys. I didn't watch the Grammys. I got better things to do with my time. But if you watch the Grammys, Cardi B put on a very, let's say, provocative performance while entertaining people with her #1 single, WAP. I guess that's what it's called. Anyways, here, take a look. Yes, it's stripper poles, people dancing in the little Chuck E. Cheese cage, trying to collect tickets and shit, and lesbian sex acts being imitated on stage. Really weird. Listen, this isn't new. I mean, a lot of pop singers have done this before Super Bowl parties, for Grammys, for VH1 awards, whatever shows out there. Look, this has happened before. I think the idea now is you are allowing this to be portrayed, right? But you've canceled Dr. Seuss. You put parental advisory on the Muppets. You took Peter Pan off of children's Disney Plus accounts for harmful material, but then you let this play. So I'm really not seeing the standard. Again, this wouldn't be an issue. And I promise you, this probably would not be an issue if it wasn't for the lack of a consistent standard versus what is harmful to a child and what is not. Now, you're saying, well, this is the Grammys. Kids couldn't be watching that anyway. Well, some kids actually did watch it, believe it or not. Some kids watched it with their parents. Some kids probably watched it by themselves, okay? Because let's be real, parents don't really have a keen eye on their kids these days. So, you're saying that you are, doing this for the kids or something along those lines, like you're a role model, which, Cardi B is a role model for young adults these days, and sometimes even younger than young adults. And so this is the message you're putting out there for females, young females, about being empowered. But what are you actually being empowered to do with this kind of content? It doesn't really make sense. So, of course, Candace Owens had to come out and pretty much give her 2 cents on the whole situation. And I don't even have to show you the interview that she did on Fox News regarding it. It's pretty much exactly what I just said, that this isn't considered female empowerment. It shouldn't even be considered female empowerment. Like, Cardi B is basically destructing the culture, especially Black young female culture. And if this is what you have to do to please a man, to get a man, then you are in the wrong boat. All right, so we're going to get into this feud. It is actually quite funny because now, apparently, according to Daily Wire, Candace Owens is now suing Cardi B for defamation over the little Twitter spat they had today. So We're going to get into that. But first, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you're new, welcome to the channel. This channel is for everyone. Fun fact, I just don't talk about politics and cultural missteps in our society. I also do 3D printing, talk about movies, TV shows, comic books, stuff like that. I keep it all 100% for you guys. But whenever something like this has to drop, I have to go ahead and let you guys in on the scoop, because to me, it is one of the greatest things about following the culture is that I get to report on it and let you guys make a decision regarding yourself. Of course, our culture is just so funky everywhere, you know. This is everywhere. Of course, you can get the podcast version to the show. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram. You can find me on Parler, Minds, and of course, the YouTube channel, which is right here. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Do not hit the dislike button unless you dislike it. It's up to you. And of course, give me your 2 cents in the comment section below, because I do like to hear other people's opinions. All right, but I am not liable if you say something stupid and someone else attacks you. Okay, that's just me. I have to put a disclaimer in videos these days. All right, so I'm 100% suing Cardi B. Candace Owens blasts Cardi B after rapper posts doctor tweet false claims. Okay, now I'm just going to go out here and say this on the limb. You can't believe everything you see on the internet. That's just a fact. It's been a fact since 1999, when the internet was becoming a thing and you had grown men preying on little children. You know, so I mean, that's common sense. But, you know, let's get into this. It's actually quite funny if I do say so myself. All right, here we go. Come on, computer. Candace Owens and rapper Cardi B feuded on Tuesday for hours after WAP singer was irked by Owens' criticism of her Grammys performance, which included simulated sex acts with another rapper. The feud blew up when an agitated Cardi, real name, I don't even know what her real name is supposed to be pronounced as, so again, this article is going to be in the description. If you want to go ahead and read it, it's all yours. Posted screenshots of a fake tweet and false blog post about Owens and her family. Owens, host of the Daily Wire talk show Candace, which premieres March 19th. If you're a Daily Wire subscriber, go check it out. Hashtag not sponsored. Shot back that she would 100% be suing the rapper for the false statements. And I do not blame her. I think anybody who has been doxxed, who has been falsely accused based on doctored evidence, which clearly you would know if you tweeted something like that or not, because there's so many like software out there where you can Photoshop someone's Twitter profile to tweet something and it looks real, but it's not. So I've been seeing that everywhere. Mainly, you can tell it's fake by how stupid it sounds. That's usually like my dead giveaway. For example, there was a tweet floating around about vanilla ice cream used to be black, but white people didn't like how good it tastes because it was correlated to black, so they made it white. And a lot of people ended up believing this tweet, and it was like, no, this isn't true, this is fake. You know, fast forward 2 months later, ended up being debunked, and people just kind of sort of felt stupid. I mean, it's fun when people feel stupid about these things, but you know, the damage is already done 2 months later. Okay, so you got to be really careful. In response to a Photoshop tweet designed to look like it was posted by Owens, Cardi B tweeted, "Not you talking about 2 women thrusting their vaginas together while your husband and brother slap cocks and something together. Well, would you look at that? Wow." Excuse my French people. I'm just trying to kind of get a full show of context here. I'm just going to say bleep and bleep because why not? The fake tweet read, "Yes, my husband did cheat on me with my brother. Yes, he said no when I asked to join them." Now, if you believe Candace Owens said something like that, if you know her, if you watched her content, if you follow her on social media, you would just immediately know that that is completely out of character. Completely out of character. All right, going back to the article, Owens responded, "I am literally laughing out loud, Cardi, my dear. That is clearly a Photoshop tweet. Only one of us has had a husband that sleeps around. Cardi has publicly discussed her husband cheating on her. Yes, she has. She's done it in a few Instagram live streams and of course has tweeted those stories. And I, for one, have came across that on my newsfeed. So those are true. That's true. Regarding Candace Owens' tweet, I've never seen that before in my life. So, and I follow her very closely. I am literally, oh, she already said that. Haha. Moving on to the next paragraph. In another vulgar post, Cardi insisted that the Photoshop tweet was not fake. This wasn't Photoshop. You were, well, her English is very bad. I'm gonna try and translate for you as clearly as possible. This wasn't Photoshop. You was trending the whole day when you tweeted this, and it was published on a lot of blog outlets. The celebrity claim. You're right, mine. You're right. Mine sleeps around your sister's. I'm sorry, her English is the worst. I can't even begin. I'm gonna try this again. You're right. Mine sleeps around. Yours sleeps at yours sleeps. What? I'm not even gonna try. Like, if you're gonna like go ahead and talk about somebody, at least know how to like speak English, because it's kind of hard to convey to you what she's saying, because I don't even know if this is even English. And if you watch my last video when these two went at it, it's kind of hard to understand what she is actually saying. So, all right, moving on. What the actual hell are you talking about? Owens replied. Are you dead serious right now, trying to substantiate a Photoshop tweet? Now, that's English. That right there is English. Asking one more time before I get the lawyers to make you publicly admit you're lying and embarrass yourself. Again, you can't believe everything you see online. In fact, you cannot look at the world through your phone, through your screen, because the world is actually not as shitty as what social media would like you to think. It's actually a very nice place if you get off your phone and go outside and maybe go for a walk and leave your phone behind. So you would think that if you're going to provide something as outrageous as her husband sleeping with her brother, whatever the thing was, you would provide some pretty damaging evidence, not just the first thing you saw on Instagram or Twitter or wherever. Now, this is the thing. You got to know your enemy. Like 100%, you have to know your enemy. I mean, at some point, Cardi B, did you think that this is kind of out of character for Candace Owens to tweet, even though you hate her guts? In the back of your mind, there should have been a red flag saying this is probably not Candace Owens tweeting this right now. That would be my first guess. That would be the first question that I would ask myself, because you would know if you followed her and heard her speak and understood what she was saying. Something like her tweeting out her husband is sleeping with her brother doesn't sound all that in character. And Candace keeps it really 100% on her social media pages. She's clearly transparent. I don't think that she would hide anything from us. And if she does, it's none of my business. Some people's personal lives have to be, well under wraps. You don't want people to know certain things about your personal life. You want a little privacy, obviously. But know your enemy, folks, because what she said didn't really register with me as something she would actually say. FYI, I do have a brother, a private citizen, who you are slandering right now, who is photoshopped, with this photoshopped image that you are now publicly claiming you saw tweeted in real life, Owen said. You want to admit you lie now or get sued so I can expose you as a liar? Either way, I win. Which she is absolutely right. And she should sue her, because that is defamation of character, and you are slandering a private citizen who I'm sure Cardi B has never met before. So the rapper continued to post false stories about Owens, claiming they were real because they were found on the internet. Yep. That is the sign of not having a very high IQ and or not finishing high school, which I'm pretty sure Cardi B has both of those things going for her. Not you being mad at me for what you tweeted and is published on public blogs, Cardi B wrote. I ain't made up, honey. Google it yourself. I ain't made it up. I think that's what she said. I didn't make it up. English. I ain't made it up, honey. Google it for yourself. Yeah. Google it yourself. Yeah. Again, you can find all sorts of crap on the internet. I'm pretty sure there's a photoshopped image of Candace Owens in a porn for some reason. Or porn? Did I say porn? Did anybody say that? I don't even know if that's a real flowy word to use in a sentence like that. Anyways, this looks like a random blog that seems to have been dumb enough. Candace Owens goes on to, this looks like a random blog that seems to have been dumb enough to have fallen for a Photoshop tweet, Owens responded. You tweeted that the Photoshop tweet was real, and you saw it on the other day that I was trending, which is a lie. You made that part up to help circulate a slanderous lie. And they're just going back and forth at this point until Candace Owens finally says that, hey, I'm going to sue you because, hey, that's what it is. And I think that she should do it because that's not cool. Not cool. But when the left goes low, we go high. That's what we do. Get that chick in court, sue her for everything she's worth. Anyways, guys, the article will be in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. Read it for yourself. I'm pretty sure they're probably still arguing right now. Who knows? I mean, these two go at it once every 4 or 5 months. I think it's just about time that they went at it again. So it's not the first time it's happened. Definitely not going to be the last. But hey, I'm here to bring you guys the story. I think Candace Owens, what she's doing is phenomenal. She's helping the Black community. She's making sure that people are able to think for themselves. And that's what it is. I mean, Cardi B, on the other hand, I mean, what positive influence is she putting on the Black community or any community at that point? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She bragged about how she used to drug people and steal their money. Now she's writing a song about wet genitalia in women. She hasn't really done anything, in my opinion, that would benefit not only the Black community, but also just society in general. But what do you think? Do you think that Candace Owens should sue Cardi B? Do you think Cardi B was wrong? Do you think Candace Owens was wrong about knocking her Grammy performance? Hey, it's all up to you guys. Let me know in the comments below. And I will be seeing you guys next time on another episode of Culture Shock. Please, guys, keep it simple, keep it sane. And I challenge you this week to just get off your phone, leave it at home, and go outside for a walk. It is very refreshing and it's good for you. You might not hate as many people as you do while you're on Twitter. All right, folks, I will see you guys next time. Enjoy your, Tuesday afternoon. And yeah, be sure to subscribe. Adios.